Alright, welcome back to part 2. It's the second walkthrough of May Day Extinction. Thank you all for your support for the first video. Hopefully after I load the second video, maybe we'll get a couple more people in here looking and watching and liking the video. As always, I would appreciate y'all hitting the like button, subscribing, and leaving me comments as much as you can. These videos take up a lot of time, so it's very much appreciated anytime I can get a like or a comment. Try to keep this commentary somewhat short in the event that maybe there's a tip or trick I can add in here, just to let this thing play out and
Find a way
let
to
you enjoy
access
the
that
video.
sealed control room. Our contact should be holed up inside.
One thing I would recommend, and you'll see throughout this playthrough, instead of this weapon, I would honestly probably switch over to the Ripper. A lot of times you'll get a couple challenges whether you need to use an assault rifle or you need to use a submachine gun, and that the Ripper kind of serves as a both, whether you have the sight up or the sight down. You can use it as a sub or assault rifle. So that would be the only suggestion that I would do. And secondarily, you see me using the MR28 here. Honestly, I would not get this again. I said in the first commentary, the first part that I had, I ended up pulling it out of the locker and using it again, and said I'd use it again after I got to the point when we open the door where I show you can buy it. It's a decent weapon, it's strong, but there's no sense in wasting the money on it whenever the LSAT's in the same area. I would definitely suggest getting the LSAT and the Ripper as your two primaries. Those are probably the best guns. I think during this commentary as well, or this playthrough that I've got, I end up getting the blue Venom X, which, as I said before, I'm definitely digging it. I like it. I think it's better than the original, which is the green one. The Flames, I've got that one before as well. That one's okay, but so far I'm definitely liking the blue, the electric Venom X. I will do another commentary on the Venom X's, all of them. There are 4. You have the Amethyst, which is basically, it allows you to set up, you shoot it out and it has those, what the hell are those? The little seekers, they shoot out those little pods that kind of shoot at you and destroy your shields. So the Amethyst one will actually allow you to grab that and shoot those out, and you can use those for your advantage. Here is the second piece of intel. Just walk out the door and it's right there. The other 3 Venom X's are the orange, which is fire, the regular one, which is just the green one, excuse me, and then I think in the blue one, which I have in here. I'll definitely do a walkthrough or just a playthrough of showing you all the different ones and the traits of each of them. But right now I'm definitely liking the blue, the electric one.
I can put this to use.
Clan Wars news. Today is April the 14th. There was supposed to be Clan Wars this coming week on Wednesday. They're actually pushing it back, so I will not be able to upload any Clan War videos for this week until next week, Wednesday. I believe it's the 23rd or 24th is when they start up again. So once Clan Wars begin again, I will start playing with the clan. I got a couple new members, one returning member, and then hopefully I'll be able to get a lot more videos of all of us playing for the next Clan War, and I'll try to do my best to capture those videos and upload them for you so you can see how we play together. And also, in the event you would like to join our clan, it's always open. Feel free to join. We'll go ahead, once you join or you request to join, I'll get online, we'll set up a time where we can play, because like I said, the clan's pretty small right now, so I have to be somewhat selective in the people that are in there. I'm less concerned about a high KD as I am about maybe just getting your win ratio up or just being able to play together and honestly and have fun too. So if you're not the best player, don't worry about that. I like getting in there as long as we're competitive. That's truly all that matters. Is I'm looking for team players, ones that are going after the win versus going after a high kill death. Now, one thing you'll notice in between me placing the drills and destroying hives or opening doors is I'm just going to run around this map. I'm going to show you where a lot of the boxes are for the most part, and where some of the schematics are in this room. There are a ridiculous amount. So if you're playing online with different people doing the multiplayer aspects, sometimes you have to worry about not getting it, getting some of the schemes that you want and things of that nature, but don't worry. If you make it all the way through all the parts, you'll never have to worry about not having a box to open or not having a schematic to get. The hive placements in here are not the same every time. For the most part, you normally don't get the one in the middle. You get the ones on the opposite ends of the map, and they're not too bad. I find the middle ones not necessarily the hardest to defend, but it's easier to do the other two sides. Here in a second, I'm going to show you where the second piece, or I apologize, third piece of intel is, especially on this side. Here in a second, I'm going to jump over to the other side of this box here, and that's exactly where it's located. Right, once you get up on top of this box, just jump right across right here, and then you'll see it right down on that right corner. Now during this playthrough I was able to get all the way through the end, so I have recorded all the way to the end. I can show you the last piece of intel where the Kraken is. So if you could do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button, leave me some comments, subscribe, and I'll load these as soon as I can. I definitely do just like seeing those comments and those likes, so I know that people are watching, they're still enjoying the video, and that helps me to load it a lot faster.
Keep them off the drill, it's almost there! We've got hostiles attacking the drill!
Those Seekers are an absolute pain in the ass. So anytime you hear the call out for the Seekers spawning in, or you see them, go after them as soon as you can to get them knocked down. As you'll see here, I'm going to keep getting nailed in the back. It throws your aim off, and if you throw your shield up, and there's a lot of those pods that the Seekers shoot out, it'll destroy your shield. You have to be constantly buying new ones. So the best thing to do is take out the Seekers first. If any pods are out from before you were able to take them out, go ahead and shoot them down, or else, like I said, it'll take your shields away, and it's just a giant pain in the ass, and it's hard to aim when those things are shooting. Another thing you can do too is if you're not the best at aiming with the Venom X, which I definitely am not, what I like to do is shoot it kind of on the ground in the front somewhere, let them come to me, and then activate it or hit that left trigger, and I end up getting a lot of them at one time, get them all clustered up where they're going to come attack me, and then I'll just trigger that explosion after the fact. In the middle part here, there's always only going to be the 3 hives, whether the one in the middle, like you first saw just a minute ago, or one on this corner and then on the opposite corner. And then the third one is always in the same spot, which I'll show you in a second after we destroy this hive. There's the chainsaw on this map. I think one of the next times I play this, I probably won't record it though, is when I'm thinking about doing it, or maybe I'll just kind of make it something that I go after, and I may record it, is just using the large machine guns, the LMGs. I'll use the LSAT and the chainsaw. And I could make it interesting, we'll see. But I'd have to be using the weapon specialist perk, obviously, for the fast reload, because you're using two of those guns that take the longest to reload. You definitely would want to be using that class. As you'll see here, I set this trap. It's always best, even if you don't have an engineer or you're not playing as an engineer, set as many traps as you can. They work very well in this map. It's kind of a confined spot, but whether it's an electric or fire trap, they definitely tend to work really good, making it aid you in destroying these hives or protecting your backside whenever you are playing solo, but they're not as important when you're playing publicly with other people, a squad of 4, but when you're playing on your own, I highly recommend using the traps.
Take down these spores!
Yeah, as you can tell, when they start coming in or getting a little closer to me or later on in this round, when I start loading up the other parts of the other walkthrough, you'll see that the little sniper rifle thing that I was using, or the marksman rifle, just really is garbage at close range. And that's what a lot of these, with this map, they'll do, is they run into you really close. So it's kind of useless on this map. So definitely recommend, if you just want to get it to screw around with, definitely get it. It's kind of fun to play with originally, but if you plan on actually trying to go through to the end, defeat the Kraken, definitely do not pick it up. It's definitely not worth it. And as I was saying in the earlier part of the video too, you can see that so far, all I've been getting are these damn Phantoms. So when you're playing solo, there's a lot of Phantoms. When you play online, there's going to be more Rhinos than Phantoms. So typically in this room, you'll get a spawn of about 2 Rhinos at a time. They're not difficult when you have a group of 4, and a lot of times what I'm noticing is there'll be a lot of people running the armor-piercing rounds. I have heard other people when they're playing on, they like actually using the electric rounds or the shocker rounds. They feel like, oh, there's a lot of moisture in the air, so they're more conductive, and it just seems to work out a little better. I've tried it. I didn't see much of a difference, so I really don't think it matters which one you're using. I think the best to use, honestly, are the incendiary rounds or the armor-piercing rounds. I switch it up pretty much every other time. But I don't see how one works better than the other. The only good thing about the armor-piercing rounds is those big hunters, the rhinos, and honestly even the Kraken, when you shoot them, it has armor plating, that symbol for the armor plating. So maybe the armor-piercing rounds would be the best ones in this case, but it's kind of hard to tell. Maybe I'll try to do a direct comparison using both, and then I'll find out. But let me know what your thoughts are on that. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you've done that direct comparison, or you have any ideas on that. Why don't you go ahead and throw a comment on there. I'm definitely tracking them. I'm taking a watch of them. I'll get notifications when there are comments in there, and I'll make sure to respond to them. Or if you're just kind of responding publicly to kind of state a fact or anything like that, I would greatly appreciate it. As I said earlier, these videos definitely take a lot of time. I enjoy playing and I enjoy uploading them for everyone to watch. It's definitely nice to know, though, whenever I spend the time, like this video, by the time I have it uploaded onto YouTube where everyone can view it, it would have probably taken 5 hours from the point where I downloaded it onto the computer, did all the rendering, did the editing, and then try to push it out. It takes about 5 hours to do that. So any kind of comments or any likes or subscribes that I could get from these, I would greatly appreciate it. This is one of the hive locations that I was talking about earlier. It never moves, so it will always be here. This is one hive that you'll always have to take down. It's not as difficult, but they do rush the drill a lot more in this one, so the best thing to do is deploy your vulture, or if you've got a sentry turret, set it in one of these corners in the entrance to have it kind of covering your back when you're standing down there aiming at the drill to try to knock them off, because they do rush it a lot. This is kind of where you can start seeing that this gun that I'm using right now is just absolute garbage because it's too close. It worked great when I'm trying to shoot them out that way, but when they're getting close, I miss the half the time that it's just not on. So the best thing to do, like I said, is don't bother wasting your money with that weapon unless you just want to try it because you've tried everything else out. You want to make it a little bit more challenging, then definitely use that weapon, but I would highly recommend, honestly, using anything but that one. And anytime anyone wants to get on and you just want to try to go through a playthrough of some Extinction, feel free to send me an invite online. My gamer tag is Middleton, Texas. I'm not on all the time, but I'm at least on every other day typically. A lot of times I'm not able to get on and really play until at least 8:30 Central Time. I do have 2 children, so a lot of times obviously I'm spending my time with them until it gets to be their bedtime. But I'm always looking forward to getting online, meeting new people, and playing on there. That's what I like about it is the social aspect. I think that it's really neat, and like I said, I like finding other like-minded gamers who just really enjoy playing the game.
See him! Keep him off the drill, it's almost there! The drill's under attack! Hunters inbound! Hostiles on the drill!
When you're playing, you'll see me use a shield all the time. If you have not unlocked it yet, or you like using something else other than the shield, you definitely want to use that, not only for this map, but any Extinction maps. It always protects your back when you get hit. You can hear it, and you can feel it in the controller. Usually when you get hit, you can hear it kind of like a chunk. You'll know that one of them is behind you. The great benefit, though, is I think you get about 13 hits on it, but you hear it and you don't get tagged in the back. Because if you're sitting in the back corner like this, I can hear them tacking my shield and they're not hitting me. If I didn't have that on, I probably would have already been down in this gameplay.
The drill's under attack!
So the drill placement for this, before it goes on that little cart, and then whenever it exits, it's always in the same spot. So you place it on the other side, and then once you're done destroying this hive, you'll run over here. It's right near the chainsaw, and you can pick it up here every single time.
We've got hostiles on the drill!
What I noticed too during this playthrough is I'm sitting here, I'm shooting out the electric Venom X. It doesn't work nearly as well if you were using whether the original Venom X or the fire one. So if you have the electric, don't waste your ammo on the Rhino with it. Just use your regular weapons. It'll take it down a lot faster, and you can save your Venom X ammo. One thing though, I guess it's not necessarily a waste, because there are a lot of Venom X drops while you're playing this match. But if you are online playing with other people and you're the one with the electric one, hold off. Let them use their Venom X ammo on it, just because it kind of gets sparse whenever you've got 4 people in your group that have the Venom X.
Vulture deployed! Trap activated! Keep him off the drill, it's almost there!
See right there is a perfect example of using a shield. I saw that it was destroyed. If I did not have that shield on, I guarantee I would have gone down. As you can see earlier, once they get in close like that, what's the Mark 28 or whatever it is, it's just absolute garbage. So there's no sense in using it on this map. And maybe the Nightfall map would probably be a lot better as everything's a little further until you get indoors in the last part. But for this map, it's definitely useless. I would recommend not getting it, like I said, unless you just want to challenge yourself, or you're just kind of just doing a playthrough, not expecting to get all the way to the end, and just kind of having fun. This is where the LSAT's located. I believe I showed that in the earlier video, but if I did not, it's right in there. So if you get the Venom X and you get in that, open up that door for the schematic, all you got to do is go upstairs, walk through, and then it would be located right here. As you can see, I could definitely get rid of that and pick up the LSAT, and I would do it every time too. I mean, that's definitely a better gun.
Godfather must have an odd sense of humor, sending you to rescue me. You can tell the old man he's been a bit of a cock-up. Some careless git burned up every copy of the Ark map. Except the one in here. Tell Godfather I'm prepared to accept his offer. But first I'll need the item we discussed. As a token of good faith. I just want the head, right? Do what you like with the rest of her. But bring back that pretty red head in one piece. You can't win this war without my help. How'd you like it? When I have proof that Samantha Cross is dead.
I currently have the Tesla ready to build, but I'm holding off on that. It works out great towards, I believe it's the 4th part of the walkthrough, which I can show you later on. That is very useful in it. So that's what I'm holding on to. I've got my Venom X, I've got my flares, and the flares are great at the very end, and the Tesla is great when you're, like I said, when you're in that 4th part of the map, right before you drop down to see the Kraken. I use that under one of the gas vents, and I set it in front of that, and that helps me hold down the top too. But that's pretty much it for this video, so enjoy the rest of it. But if you could, I would greatly appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, leave me any comments that you have, and showing your support. Always much appreciated. Peace.
I can put this to use.
Get your ass on that cargo container. We're on the clock, people. Dr. Cross has been designated as a high-value target. Terminate on sight. Do not attempt...